We're talking Ahsoka episodes 1 and 2, the first two premiere episodes to the 8 episode series. Spoiler warning if you haven't seen the episodes yet, just in case. So you definitely have to watch Rebels from what I'm getting. If you haven't seen Rebels, at least watch some kind of recap on YouTube. I would highly recommend it because this is very much so a Rebels continuation. It's like the next season of Rebels focused on Ahsoka mainly, but live action. From the jump with episode 1, we get introduced to Baylen and his apprentice Shin. So immediately I was like, okay, Sith, I mean he has an apprentice, but then you find out he used to be a Jedi or trained in the Jedi ways. After Order 66 disappeared, at some point became corrupted or joined the dark side. But at the same time, he has an Inquisitor on his team, and I think it's Marok. So I'm having this feeling like he's not fully legit, like he's not just a straight Sith, especially because there's even a moment in this episode 2 when he's talking about having to kill Ahsoka will be a great shame because there's not many Jedi left. So I feel like he hasn't quite, and they deliberately haven't told us if he's a Sith, if he's a former Inquisitor, anything like that. Right now it's in the air. He's definitely one with the dark side with his apprentice and even his third team member Marok being an Inquisitor because he has an Inquisitor blade. So I'm interested to see how they explain their origin and how that developed, and then seeing of course some of the rebels back like Sabine, Hera is great. Chop, the way I think they're portraying the characters so far is really fun. This feels like a Star Wars entity, and I've said it before in that sense where we get a crawl here. I can't remember off the top of my head how many shows have gotten an actual crawl. I don't remember Mando getting it, I don't remember Boba getting it, I don't even remember Obi getting it. So the fact that Ahsoka's series has a starting crawl, I thought that was awesome. And then it did what they always do. At the very end, it disappears. You see space, and the ship came in, and the giddiness in me, the Star Wars lover in me, was like, what is about to be good. So I'm excited. I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it so far. I know we're only 2 episodes in, so I'm kind of nervous because I'm really excited about what I see and the potential that they're building here. Other shows started really well, and then took a hard left turn into Basuraville for me. Obi being one of them. I like the way it started, and I thought we were going to get to this point and then push forward, and it never did, and then it's a horrible turn in my opinion. You can watch that video if you want to get the details, but Ahsoka episodes 1 and 2. Really like where it's going. I like the way they're portraying the characters. I think it looks beautiful. It feels like a Star Wars entity. I mean, 2 episodes deep, 2 saber duels deep, and I like the characters, the new villains. I'm interested. I like the fact that they're connecting to the nightsisters. You know, are we gonna find Ezra? I assume we are, because they find Thrawn, because you see him in the trailer. So if we find one, you have to find the other. I'm kind of excited to see the rebels come together, but I'd love to see them come together and then push forward and see how they develop or how we defeat Thrawn. Here they defeat him, but we know that because we know he's not in future entities. Also, this is a bit of like a side note. I love what they're building, and I like how they're trying to build to a grand crazy future. And then I think of episode 7, 8, and 9, and I'm just like, I dislike the jumbledness of that. Even though they're trying with Mando, and you're gonna see pieces here that they're trying to basically fix it with previous past things being set in stone, so that way it'll make more sense on a rewatch or re-understanding of episode 7, 8, and 9. Overall, Ahsoka episodes 1 and 2, I really enjoyed them. Highly rewatchable in my opinion, and you know that's my thing. I definitely say would check these out. Again, if you haven't seen Rebels, I at the very least watch a recap. Honestly, just watch the show. It's a great show, and I hesitated to watch it. I didn't like the animation, so I was hesitant, but my cousin, shout out to Richie, sat my ass down and made me watch it, and I thank you for it because I love that show. And me and him talk about it, and now he was one of the first people to hit me up. He's like, Ahsoka's about to start. Did you finish Rebels? I was like, boy, yeah, I finished Rebels. We finna watch this. Highly recommend it. Highly rewatchable. I mean, only 2 episodes deep, but both are very strong, very powerful, and set up some craziness. So definitely want to hear your thoughts, your comments, your questions, your concerns, and most of all, I want to hear your theories. How or where do you think this goes? Because the biggest thing that I got is there are other galaxies, and I don't remember ever hearing something like that in another Star Wars entity. I'm interested to see how that develops and what that means for the future of Star Wars. I love chatting with y'all. Hopefully you enjoy the episodes. Let me know down below, comments, questions, theories. But until next time, stay safe, be well, y con mucho amor. Adios.